What's up, Gunner buddies? How's everyone doing today? I'm your best bud, Shawn Gunderson, and this is Behind the Lyrics, where we talk directly to the artist to find out what exactly is the story behind their song. Today I'm talking with a singer-songwriter who just released his first single titled For Always. Shawn, thanks for joining me to share your story.
Thanks for having me.
So let's jump right in. Where did you come up with the idea behind For Always?
Let's see, I wrote the song back in 2012, about a year and a half after my wife at the time and I had split up. It's reflecting on the whole situation, really, but mostly about the things that I had done to contribute to our drifting apart.
What kind of things?
Just everyday stuff. Our mutual interests were changing. At the time, I'd given up music for a few years to focus on work and family. I had a great job doing something that I loved, but my office was an hour and a half from home, so I'd be gone 12 hours a day. I'd have to take trips where I'd be out of town for 3 to 4 days a week. When I got home, I just wanted to play video games, relax, you know. World of Warcraft at that time was my debilitating drug of choice, and I was hooked pretty bad.
Oh, wow. Relationship crusher since 2004.
Yeah, well, when your wife comes out of the shower in just a towel and flashes you and your response is, "What's up, baby? I'm right in the middle of a raid," there's a problem.
Yeah, that is a problem.
So as I'm becoming more and more introverted, she's becoming more and more social, making new friends and wanting to go out more, and I'm just not having any of it.
Some rocky roads ahead for sure.
But you gotta understand, I didn't realize it at the time. I mean, we weren't fighting, you know? We didn't have any problems. We were that high school sweetheart, married, young, disgustingly cute, get a room couple, you know, that everyone's looking for and trying to emulate. I was completely blind to the coming storm. And I didn't know. But even the best of relationships can't stand on their own laurels forever. You know, you have to work at them. You have to fight for them. You gotta pay attention, you know, because the signs were there. I just took for granted that it would simply last.
That's true. You hear it all the time. Relationships take work. So what happened next?
The storm. I lost the great job because I like to smoke pot, and they like to do random drug screens because federal funding. That's a political conversation for another day. But like I said before, I love that gig, so I took the loss pretty hard. You know, I got depressed, became more introverted, and I was playing WoW like all the time. Like all the time.
I bet that didn't go over too well with your wife.
Not at all. You know, but again, I was blind to it, you know? I didn't see any of this coming. Like, I didn't even recognize my own escapism into this world of make-believe as depression until years later. But, you know, at that time, I didn't care. I was pissed at the world, and in this place, I was number 2 on the server, you know, doing heroic runs with one of the top rating guilds. There's a bit of nerd reference for you there. You know, but I was important. I mattered. The things that I did mattered, at least to the group of friends that I had online. So I'd take any opportunity for her to go out as just another chance to get in some game time.
I understand that. I guess most of us really see the moment for what it is while we're in it.
Hindsight is always 20/20. Megadeth. Sweating bullets.
Words of wisdom. And a great song.
Indeed.
So are you working at this time? How are you two getting by?
No, we were living off of a combination of limited savings, my cashed out 401k, and unemployment. None of which would last, but I didn't care. I had dragons to slay. She cared, though. A lot. That's where the arguments first started. She wanted me to get back to work, and I was like, no, can't make me. Can't make me. So when some friends of ours who traveled around with the Renaissance Fair offered up a gig for 3 months, of course I wasn't interested.
But I'm guessing she was.
She was. And I was happy to let her go. I was thinking 3 months, no nagging, no interruptions. Bye, honey. Have a nice time. See you when you get back.
So how'd that work out for you?
Honestly, at first, it was great. I was doing my thing, reading, hanging with my kids, playing pool at my buddy's house every Friday night. She was doing her. She's out of the house, she's working, going to after parties, making friends. Everything was cool. We still talked every day. All was well, pretty much. And then about halfway through the whole thing, one of our nightly calls, she says, "I don't think I'm coming home." I just froze. Wait, what? I don't think I'm coming home. Wait a minute. No, you're just having a good time. This is just a thing. Yeah, we've taken short breaks from each other before. This is just one of those, anything but that, just that, I'll see you in a couple of months. But as the fair was drawing close to its end, she remained adamant. I like this work. I like these people. And I want this life. And she asked me, would you come with me if I asked? No. No. I didn't want it. What, living in an RV, traveling around to do a gig, performing all day, after parties at night. Like the exact same rocker life I'd been trying to sell her on for all those years. But that wasn't me now. I'd given all of that up. And why was she looking at that sort of stuff now? I'd given it up for her. So now I'm the grown-up here. The guy playing video games all day and night.
So what'd you do?
What could we do? We were both stubborn. And we were at a fundamental impasse. She had said that she wasn't Shawn's wife. She wasn't the kid's mom. She was a unique individual finding herself for the first time in a long time. And I understood that. I could see her desire, her passion for it. And I loved her unconditionally, so I couldn't take it away. She would have stayed. She would have stayed if I asked her to. But her road was clear, so I didn't even fight. And a couple months later, when the fair started back up, she was gone.
Oh, that's so sad. So that was just it? Just over?
More or less. We still talked, fought, cried over it for a few years. But we were on different paths now. She'd started dating. I started dating. She moved in with the guy. I started hanging out with musician buddies. Gave up that stupid game and started playing guitar again. We just continued to drift apart.
Wow.
So anyway, fast forward a year and a half later, and I'm sitting there contemplating all of this and ripping out some new riff that I had just written, and for whatever reason thinking about my age, because I was starting to creep up on my mid-30s at that time. And that first line just kind of hit me. Time is never on your side. And I wasted mine on so many things better off left behind. The rest just kind of wrote itself that afternoon. It all just came together that quick. The verses were a reflection of my own failings at allowing myself to become distracted like so many of us do nowadays by all the shiny little TV screens fiending for our attention constantly. And the chorus is still the angry me, the abandoned me, who is still hurt over the broken promise of for always and forever. Something that we used to say to each other all the time.
Wow. But it sounds like you grew out of the experience, and you have a song that wouldn't exist otherwise. How are things today?
I definitely have, and I continue to grow every day. We're both in a really good place now, and we're still friends. she still works at the fair, and she's like one of the big bosses now. And she's remarried to a really great guy who treats her right. He's good to my kids, who aren't even kids, but young adults at this point. And they love him too, you know, so he's family. Alex, Liz, I love you guys. And I've got my music. I have my channel. I have a wonderful woman at home who works hard to make all this possible and allow me to chase my dream, because she's paying the bills. Everything's good. Everything's good. And I'm really blessed to have this particular art form that allows me to convey emotion through sound, through words. You know what I mean? Because that's what music is. It's emotion. It's a time machine to take you back to a place you once were, where you felt these things. That's what For Always is to me. And it's something that I hope that the listener can take from and interpret their own way, that takes them to a place similar that they connect with when they listen to it. You know, that's what it means to me. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Well, there you have it. A sad story, but a happy ending. Shawn, thank you for joining me, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. We'll see you guys again next time. Oh, I'm sure that didn't go over too well with your wife. Oh, I'm sure that didn't go over too well with your wife. I'm sure that didn't go over too well with your wife. Oh, I'm sure that didn't go over too well with your wife. I'm sure that didn't go over too well with your wife. Well, there you have it.